sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
The program presented or submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Welcome to the Daily Buzz Radio Show. I'm your host, Taylor Samuel. How you doing, everyone? It is Monday. Yes, I'm very tired today, which, how could you know? Because I'm very energetic right now. But I'm glad to have y'all on. We are Mondays through Fridays, 12 to 1. I'm going to go into a little bit of news for now. And then after that, when we come back from our commercial break, we're going to have an awesome guest for the show today. So, starting with the news segment of our show. Something interesting, there was an alligator found on a front porch in Cinco Ranch. They're popping up everywhere. It's ridiculous. It was a 12-foot alligator, which is insane. I would be terrified if I walked outside and I saw an alligator right in front of me. Something also weird, in Florida, there was a 4-foot python that popped out of a guy's toilet and bit him on the arm. So I would be terrified to even go to the bathroom after that. I would never go ever again. So those are some pretty weird, interesting things. Also, there's new things that are happening in San Antonio Riverwalk. No smoking is allowed anymore, which I think is a pretty good thing because everybody's close together walking, and it's better for the environment and better for people and their health, not having to smoke all the time. There's also a thing happening with YMCA for the summer that kids get to learn how to swim for free. It's free swimming lessons at the YMCA, so definitely bring on your youngins if they don't know how to swim. So they can learn because there's sadly been a lot of drownings and bad incidents that have happened recently, and the summer is just now beginning. So definitely get your kids in there for some free lessons so they can learn how to swim. No age is too young. They can even start at 6 weeks old, so that's awesome. There's also another thing for Apple in general. They are now going to be ditching iTunes pretty soon and starting up with a new music app. So those are some interesting topics that are going to be happening soon. We also there's some news for music, a little bit of that the Danish DJ Trenmoller he's releasing a new song after 2 years. The song's called Sleeper, and it's about a little bit over 2 minutes, so that one's going to be a good song that people are waiting for to hear. So that's something interesting. But for now, I'm going to talk a little bit about our Xavier Academy that are our sponsors, you guys. It's an awesome, amazing middle school to high school where it's a pre-college preparatory school. But again, you don't even have to go to college if you want to be there. It's just an awesome school, an awesome experience. It's where they build the curriculum around the student. But we definitely have some ladies in here today to talk more about it. So stay tuned because after a quick commercial break, we're going to come right back with these lovely ladies and start talking about Xavier Academy, you guys. So stay tuned.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Xavier Academy is a full-service, accredited private school offering personalized curriculum and extraordinarily low student-to-teacher ratio. We emphasize academic success, personal growth, and social skills in a rich and stimulating environment. Xavier Academy The Woodlands offers summer school tutoring and credit recovery through the end of July. The Woodlands campus will be hosting an information session on April 24, 2019 at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Our website, www.xavieracademy.org or 713-389-5545.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
There's a special place in the Woodlands where you can feel comfortable opening your business. We are located at 10210 Grogan's Mill Road. Our building has a unique Vedic architectural design with landscape grounds and lakeside views, on-site management, and maintenance. We also provide free Wi-Fi and the opportunity to promote your business on 91.1 FM The Boss. This wonderful location is near the Woodlands Mall, Market Street, and just minutes from Bush Intercontinental Airport. 10210 Grogan's Mill Road, the only social media building in the Woodlands. Don't delay. Schedule a tour today by calling 713-777-7368.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
For any maintenance needs on your commercial or personal vehicle, EVG Loan Star Service specializes on European, Asian, and domestic vehicles. We can assist you with wheel alignments, tire balance, AC services, computer and electric diagnostic, and more. We're located at corner of 1230 Aldine Mail Route and Reeston Road in Houston 77039. Our phone number is 936-344-1672, or you can find us on our webpage www.evglss.com. EVG Loan Star. If it's got wheels, we can fix it.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
For fresh flowers fast, call Barb's Iris Floral at 281-820-2294 with excellent customer service since 1983 for weddings, funeral services, sweet 15s, corporate events, and all occasions. For that special someone you love, barbsirisfloral.com and barbsirisfloralboutique.com. Come on in and pick out of our prestigious gallery at 727 Westmont Houston Road, Houston, Texas 77038. Text 832-466-8414. Barb's Iris Floral delivers fresh flowers fast.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
Do you feel that your energy costs are unnaturally high? Do you want to fortify your building and keep it strong and secure for years to come? Then NRG Spray Foam Installation is the answer you're looking for. Our unique foam installation is made to help our customers save in energy, prevent gas, air, and moisture infiltration, as well as helping with general stability in your building structure. Call us at 713-936-3021 or visit us online at nrgfoam.com for more information. NRG Spray Foam. Building green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Daily Buzz Radio Show. I'm your host, Taylor. I'm going to go ahead and bring in our guest today for Monday. We have Xavier Academy. Hello, ladies. Let's introduce yourselves.
I'm Julie Pomerantz. I'm the admissions director at Xavier Academy in West University in Houston.
And?
Hi, I'm Nadia Perla, and I'm the school director for our Woodlands campus.
Nice. Well, let's talk a little bit about, before we go into Xavier, let's talk about yourselves and go into, your history, where you've come from, what made you get into, the school and all these different things. Like, what is your work history and all that before this?
Okay. Well, a graduate of University of Texas at Austin, and I eventually moved out to Los Angeles, and then at some point out there I worked for a U.S. congressman who's no longer in office. It was a long time ago.
That's pretty interesting, though.
Yeah, it was fascinating. I loved it. But we decided to move back to Texas, which is where my family was from and my husband's family, and it just made most sense to come back. And then eventually, way down the road, I had, different jobs here and there, raising my children. I was fortunate enough that I could work part-time while I was bringing them up. And then I found myself at Learning RX, which happens to be a cognitive skills training center for students.
Okay.
They typically come in the afternoon. They have cognitive weaknesses, and it's very intense brain training to help develop those weaknesses that they have. So I was there for a good several years, and that's where I actually found Nadia.
Okay.
So she was at Learning RX before I came, and We worked together and, became close friends. And then eventually I left Learning RX, and then eventually she did, and we both ended up at Xavier Academy.
Did y'all plan that?
No,
It just
not
randomly
at all.
happened?
It just, well, actually.
Not so random.
Well, what happened was I was at Xavier Academy first, and I found out about Xavier Academy through doing outreach for Learning RX, because I would go into schools to tell them all about that program.
Okay.
And then going into different schools made me realize that I really wanted to work in a school full time. In admissions,
Instead of just after.
Yeah. I very much wanted it to be like a full-time thing in a school. And I wanted to, I thought about being in admissions and how much fun that would be and helping new students come in. And I was very open with my boss at Learning RX about it. And I told him that this is what I wanted to do, and I was going to be looking to leave because I wanted to be all on the up and up about that. And then I had met with Richard previously, Richard De La Quadra, the founder of Xavier Academy. I had met him previously through my work from Learning RX. And when I was finally ready to leave and go into a school full time, I contacted Richard. I asked him for a meeting, and I really set up the meeting to pick his brain, so to speak, to hear about maybe some connections he had for me in other schools.
And he's like, I want
and
you here.
he said, Julie, I really could use your help here. At that moment, he was doing everything all by himself, along with some other teachers, but he was doing all the administration, admissions, everything.
And there's a lot that has to go with that.
Exactly. So I was just thrilled, and it started very small, about 16 hours a week, very part-time. In fact, I worked out of my home, coffee shops. I didn't really have any kind of office at the school. And then I would say a year into it, he was looking for another teacher, and Nadia came to mind. I knew how talented she was, and I introduced him, and then he hired her on the spot.
And then you do admissions for the Woodlands.
I do everything for the Woodlands.
Okay.
The
Like teaching
Woodlands
and
is,
everything?
no, except teaching.
Okay.
All the administrative things for the Woodlands.
Okay.
So I do admissions, but our Westview campus is so large that, everything's kind of broken up into like academics, and we have someone who works with the kids on their graduation plans. Julie does the admissions part, and we have so many moving pieces because we've grown so much in Westview. The Woodlands is our first. It's our first year, so we're still really small. So I kind of do it all.
Yeah.
I do have Tasha, who's our admin there, who's my right hand and helps me out with everything as well. But really, I take care of all of it, from the planning to meeting with the parents, the admissions process. Figuring out courses, helping the teachers as well, kind of get acclimated with the student, and just all of it. We wear many hats at Xavier, so but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, everyone that comes in here for Xavier looks happy, so
Yeah,
that's always good. Tell us a little bit about your history.
Well, like Julie said, we go way back. We met a long time ago. I was actually in nursing school at Texas Women's in the Medical Center. And my plan was to become a nurse, and then later become, a practitioner, et cetera, et cetera. So my plan was different, but I found myself always working with like children or young adults, and it was really hard for me to make the decision to ever like stop doing that and completely like go into a hospital,
restart your whole career,
and start practicing what I was going to be. And so because I struggled so much with letting my students go, I was like, well, then why don't I just become a teacher? And it was a pretty easy change. So then I transferred to the University of Houston and finished up my degree there. So my degree is in mathematics and biology, so math and science. But, I do it all. So I started at Xavier as a teacher, and then as the years have gone by, it's been about 6 years, just my role has developed into different things. I also live on this side of town, so I always commuted into Houston. And so when Richard decided to open the Woodlands, it was just the perfect fit.
You're like, yes, thank you.
Yeah, it's like, okay, much closer. But it's also just, the trust that we have amongst each other, and being with Richard for so long, just knowing exactly, what he's looking for and his vision. So
And it's stable.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were able to get that started. It's been a project. I mean, I was there from, figuring out the paints and the contractors and finding a space for us, so it's been a lot of time invested, And I think it's been a successful year considering, we grow very, very slowly and, we're not like your typical school. Obviously, we are very different, so it always
But that
has
makes
to
y'all
be-
better because, like, y'all are more hands-on there.
Yeah,
Everyone knows
absolutely.
everyone.
So I've been
Whether
doing a
they
lot
age or
of
anything.
mostly outreach. I mean, the Woodlands is a huge area. There's a lot of pockets here and there. So part of what I do as well is do outreach. I go out and meet different professionals. I meet different schools, let everyone know, hey, we're here. We're in the area, and I've met with Conroe ISD, I've met with Spring ISD, I've met with Cy-Fair ISD. So just being a resource for those districts because they have so many students, thousands upon thousands of students, and unfortunately for some, they fall through the cracks, or they just don't have the resources or the manpower really to be able to customize like we do, or personalize. So, I've had great relationships with them, and just letting them know that we are here for any family who really sometimes just doesn't know where to go.
Yeah, that's good. And you always give, like Richard's always told me, like, y'all give a second chance to students who, aren't able to work well in a public school.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's always a good thing.
A lot of the families that we do get, for some reason, it's not always academics. It can be for other reasons, but they're just not, 100% doing, succeeding in wherever it is that they are. It can be private or public. And really, it has nothing to do with the fact that they just can't. It's just
They need to be taught a certain way.
yeah, absolutely. It's just something has to change, and it's easy for us to be able to be flexible and do that for them. But larger systems, with so many kids, they only have certain flexibility, which makes sense, for a large system. So we keep our ratios really low, and that's what really allows each teacher to be able to kind of give individualized attention to each student.
But it also, by y'all doing that, it helps the students so much. Like, I've already learned, like, so much about it. Like, as far as the average GPA, like, what is the average GPA with students there?
I mean, it ranges. But really, our students keep very high GPAs. That's how they're able to get into colleges around the country. We do get, Ivy Leagues and all the mixture. So I would say, anywhere from a high 3-point something, 3.6, 3.8, but really they keep their GPA really high because they're able to succeed in the course if we're able to, if we're able to teach it in a way that makes sense to them. And Julie, I know we had graduation yesterday, so that was a really big event. We're very excited, and I know Julie can definitely give some details about that.
Let's talk about the graduation
you want to talk
that
about
happened
that?
yesterday.
So it was phenomenal. It was our biggest graduation ceremony that we've ever had. We technically have about 40 graduates, and about 35 actually were able to walk yesterday. The others were out of town or for whatever reason, couldn't be there. But what was so sensational about it, we had in the past blocked off the outer sections just so everybody would come to the center, and the people just kept coming in, and we had to open up the outer sections. My best guess is that we had at least 400 people there for about 35 graduates. So that was pretty amazing. And the other thing that just completely wowed us yesterday was that we found out from our college counselor, Sarah Rosenblum. She made this big announcement that the class of 40 students together earned $6.5 million in college scholarships.
That is a lot.
Merit-based.
That can do a lot for all of them.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it was about $2 million more than last year. Then that amount was earned for the exact same amount of students.
Wow.
And it's all merit-based.
Yeah, it's all
So it's all based on
merit-based.
their academics. There's no...
And it's specifically to each one of them? Like, they've each earned a scholarship? Or how does that work as far as...
So some, of course, earn more than others, and so this is the culmination of all scholarships combined. So obviously some students, might apply to more schools and get a lot more scholarships than others, but it's the number combined for all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you say that, like, whenever they get the scholarships and everything, is it from sports, or what would it be from, like, they mainly get their scholarships from?
This is mostly merit-based, so it's on SAT scores, grades, that type of thing.
Yeah, we don't have competitive sports. So in terms of being able to offer a scholarship for school sports, we don't do. So it's all based on merit. So that class, in order for them to receive those scholarships, they do have to keep their grades and
grades
their
up.
academics up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say that everyone that comes through there usually leaves with a scholarship for the most part?
I would say that the greater majority will.
That's awesome.
And then, they go to colleges all over the country. They go to UT, A&M. We have a girl that got into Smith this year, which was our first. That is just a really difficult school to get into. We have a young lady, I know you've met Viviana. She's going to the Berklee College
which is
of
really
Music.
good.
Yeah.
Baylor, TCU, all over the country.
Well, real quick, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with a lot more topics with you guys, okay?
Thanks.
So stay tuned, everybody, and we'll be right back after these messages.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your fusion radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Xavier Academy is a full-service, accredited private school offering personalized curriculum and extraordinarily low student-to-teacher ratio. We emphasize academic success, personal growth, and social skills in a rich and stimulating environment. Xavier Academy The Woodlands offers summer school tutoring and credit recovery through the end of July. The Woodlands campus will be hosting an information session on April 24th, 2019 at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Our website, www.xavieracademy.org or 713-389-5545.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
There's a special place in the Woodlands where you can feel comfortable opening your business. We are located at 10210 Grogan's Mill Road. Our building has a unique Vedic architectural design with landscape grounds and lakeside views, on-site management, and maintenance. We also provide free Wi-Fi and the opportunity to promote your business on 91.1 FM The Boss. This wonderful location is near the Woodlands Mall, Market Street, and just minutes from Bush Intercontinental Airport. 10210 Grogan's Mill Road, the only social media building in the Woodlands. Don't delay. Schedule a tour today by calling 713-777-7368.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
For any maintenance needs on your commercial or personal vehicle, EVG Lonestar Service specializes on European, Asian, and domestic vehicles. We can assist you with wheel alignments, tire balance, AC services, computer and electric diagnostic, and more. We're located at corner of 1230 Aldine Mail Route and Reeston Road in Houston 77039. Our phone number is 936-344-1672, or you can find us on our webpage www.evglss.com. EVG Lonestar. If it's got wheels, we can fix it.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
For fresh flowers fast, call Barb's Iris Floral at 281-820-2294 with excellent customer service since 1983 for weddings, funeral services, Sweet 15s, corporate events, and all occasions. For that special someone you love, barbsirisfloral.com and barbsirisfloralboutique.com. Come on in and pick out of our prestigious gallery at 727 Westmont Houston Road, Houston, Texas 77038. Text 832-466-8414. Barb's Iris Floral delivers fresh flowers fast.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Do you feel that your energy costs are unnaturally high? Do you want to fortify your building and keep it strong and secure for years to come? Then NRG Spray Foam Insulation is the answer you're looking for. Our unique foam insulation is made to help our customers save in energy, prevent gas, air, and moisture infiltration, as well as helping with general stability in your building structure. Call us at 713-936-3021 or visit us online at nrgfoam.com for more information. NRG Spray Foam. Building green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Daily Buzz Radio Show here on KNOI 91.1 FM The Boss. I'm going to bring it back into my lovely ladies from Xavier Academy. So before we left, we were talking about graduation scholarships and, the average GPA, stuff like that. tell us a little bit about the college aspect of it.
So we're very fortunate that we have a full-time director of college counseling. I mentioned about her earlier, Sarah Rosenblum. Sarah was actually at Rice University in their admissions department for a couple of years before we were fortunate enough to have her over at Xavier. And so she works with all of the juniors and seniors one-on-one and helps them through the college admissions process.
Okay.
She's just phenomenal with everything that she does with these students, and one of the things that I think makes us so well known around the country is that she brings in every fall about 55 different college reps from all over the country to meet with our students in small groups. Now, of course, they are coming into Houston to go to all of the bigger schools, but Sarah, gets herself out there and does a lot of outreach herself and gets them to come into Xavier.
And they get to see these amazing students, and they're just blown away, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's really amazing. And she also goes to a national conference each year. It's in a different city every year, and then she's able to meet with college reps one-on-one from, again, all over the country, tell them all about Xavier, encourage them to come and visit. So it's a really, really big, important, part of the program at Xavier.
Yeah, especially with it being a pre-college preparatory school.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, that's awesome that y'all do that and go with the extra mile for helping the students out versus them. And I remember when I was in high school, I was like, where do I even apply at? There's so many different places to apply at. How do I even do this?
Right.
So that's awesome that they
for our students,
brings it to you.
For our students, it's key too to figure out what's the best fit. Not everyone can handle the large classrooms. Some are looking for a more intimate setting, a little,
Or some are close, some are further.
Yeah, liberal arts, or it is whatever it is. So she's very good at knowing, obviously all the programs, and where they're going to really shine. And that's so important so that they don't come in and go, and find themselves frustrated, first semester when they don't even know what's going on.
Or anything.
And so, they're all gearing up to go, all of our seniors. We said our goodbyes, and it's never a goodbye. They always come back to visit.
Always, yeah.
Or there's some that we create really strong connections to, and, you get a text or a phone call, or we always welcome them to reach out in terms of if they ever need any resources, any help, any recommendations.
Yeah.
So they know that one student mentioned yesterday at graduation, it's a family. And that's definitely the sense that you get at Xavier's.
That's good.
We put so much time and energy and love into each of our students.
Do y'all ever get students come back and visit for events or whether it's the 10-year, well, y'all don't even have, it's not been 10 years yet, 5-year, reunion, different stuff like that. Do y'all ever have students come back and do events with y'all and different things like that?
Yeah.
They usually come back for events. We just started a couple of years ago our first homecoming, which is kind of funny because when you think of homecoming, you think of football, and we don't have, teams like that. But with homecoming in our mind, it's just really a time for all of us to come back together again.
That's awesome.
And so some of them will come for that, but then there's other events that they'll come to throughout the year. So in the fall, we have a very well-known event called Food Truck Fright Night. This is an event that we started about 6 years ago.
For the Halloween?
Yes.
Yeah.
We literally turn our main building into a legit haunted house. It is
I remember
honestly
the students
scary.
are the actors and everything. That's awesome.
It's really scary. And we have our own development director, Dina Robinson, who leads that crew. But a lot of our kids like to come back not only to attend that, but to actually build the event.
That's
it
awesome.
takes a tremendous amount of work, so they're involved in that.
How early do y'all start building it?
It only takes a day or two to put it together, but we close classes on that side for an entire day and a half or so. And then the event itself is typically on the Saturday night before Halloween. All of the money that we raise goes to our scholarship fund.
That's awesome.
So, and then there's other events, like we have a talent showcase at the end of the year, and some of the students, if they're in town from their university, they love to come to that event. So
that's awesome.
I even saw quite a few of our graduates at the graduation yesterday.
Oh, wow.
So they came back
just
for
came
that.
to see everybody graduate?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was
We've
nice.
also had some of our very first, or I say we, but some of Richard's very first students. Actually, at graduation, we had one as a guest speaker. and it's been 10 years. So to see how his career has developed, and the essential part that Xavier played for him was just a really motivating and emotional speech. So it was really nice to hear. And last year we had another young lady who came back, and she was off to med school. So
That's
just
awesome.
amazing, successful stories that they question themselves if they would be where they are
They didn't have
if they
Xavier.
didn't have Xavier, because at that point in time in their life it was going a different way.
Yeah.
And so
That's awesome.
just really really nice stories that we hear and reminisce, and it's just a reminder as to why we do what we do, and why
For their success.
yeah,
in their future.
absolutely, why we go the extra mile, because it's for them. They're our future.
Yeah.
And like I said, we invest a lot in them. So
That's good. So what does Xavier Academy mean to you? Like in an aspect. Like how does it make you feel, like what you're doing, different things like that?
I would say Xavier for me is just that's a hard question to summarize it all. It means so much that it's really hard to put into words. For me, it's possibility. It's success. I myself am a mother, so
You're like, my kids are already going to be going there.
yeah, absolutely. But just knowing that I have 7 kids, and seeing how each one of them is so different, and they all have their personality, and they all have their strengths, and they all have their weaknesses, really puts into perspective for me as a mom just why this school is so important. And I'm going to get emotional because
hard
I'm
not
talking
to.
about my
Yeah.
kids.
It's hard
But
not to.
it's an amazing place that anyone fits into. Everyone and anyone. There's
And they
not
make you fit it around you if they want to.
absolutely. So it's not this constrained little box. It's open for everyone. It's such a welcoming environment. It really teaches everyone to be respectful, to accept everyone's differences. Nowadays it's such an important thing with so much diversity. We want to teach them to be respectful, to help others,
Responsibility.
absolutely, just key skills that you need as an adult and in life, and that would really help if they learn now, before they're thrown into the world.
Yeah.
So it really means a lot, and I put in a lot of effort and a lot of love really into all the students, even our knuckleheads that give us gray hairs, and they give us a hard time sometimes. Those are actually some of my favorite kids, because they challenge you, and they test your patience, but to see them transform as they grow throughout the years,
Like totally different students.
it's an amazing process. Really, it really is, and they appreciate it. They enjoy the connections that they create. So
That's awesome. What about for you?
I always tell Richard, our founder, that I live and breathe Xavier, and my friends know it. My family knows it. I mean, my friends at work also, they tease me and they go, Julie, we get emails from you at night, in the early morning. When are you taking a break? And it's like I can't help it. I
You're so
just
passionate
love
about it and
it.
believe
Yeah,
in it.
I just believe in it, and I love it. Just so very much. And it's been a really amazing ride to be on. So I started there 7 years ago, and there were about 38 students at that point, grades 5 through 12. And now we max out at the end of each spring with about 155 students. So to watch that growth over the last 7
that's a huge
years,
growth for
it's
that.
been remarkable. And yeah, I would say the thing that maybe I feel the most passionate about is what Nadia just touched on, is when you do see a child come in the door, whether they have anxiety or some depression or stress, whatever it may be, and they come in with their head kind of down and not really making eye contact and very quiet, and then, literally weeks later, not kidding, you kind of just see them become alive and happy, and they're thriving, and just really feeling like they matter finally.
Yeah.
And they're up and smiling and looking around, and
that
they're
can change a
making
lot for a
friends.
student.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And being able to connect with the teachers. I mean, that's what we kept hearing yesterday at the graduation over and over again. It's the connection with the teachers. And they really know that they matter to them, and vice versa. There's a lot of mutual respect between the staff and the students.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That y'all can like say something about that, and that
Yeah.
means a lot. So what is the population really, like how you were talking about earlier, like
Sure.
the population of the school?
Sure. So it's a really marvelous, diverse population at Xavier. So there are quite a few students that do happen to have a diagnosis or two, and then there's also a really large group at Xavier where they don't at all. So those that do, like I just mentioned, we might have some kids coming in with a certain amount of stress or anxiety. We do have students with ADD or ADHD, and so the small ratio, we try not to go more than 8 students to a teacher at the most. Usually it's even, in fact, quite smaller. So it really helps those students with ADD or ADHD for that very reason. We also have students with medical issues. Due to the flexibility at Xavier, if they have a lot of appointments, if they're getting treatment, anything like that, we
helps with
can
them.
work around all of that, yeah. And then kids without a diagnosis, we have kids that very sadly were bullied at other campuses and need a safer place, a more nurturing place to be. We have kids with amazing talent, a lot of talent at Xavier. You have to come to our talent showcase
Yes, I'll have
next
to.
year. It's incredible. So like ballerinas with the Houston Ballet, we have equestrians, we have a young lady who's an actress on an ABC sitcom. So it's really all about individualizing and helping them, have plenty of time to pursue their dream and passion and talent, but then also really help them do beautifully academically. So it's really a balance, and we want them to have both.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is, like, every time I find something new about y'all.
Yeah.
I love that. So what are some summer programs that y'all have?
So we are open at all of our campuses all throughout the summer. This year specifically, all of June and all of July. We really don't offer the electives in the summer, but we offer all of the academics. So the way the summer looks is it's some of our own kids who maybe want to get an extra course out of the way. They'll work ahead.
Like if they want to finish school
Yeah.
early, different
Absolutely.
things like that.
Exactly. And we have students who do maybe need to finish up a course or maybe do credit restoration from another school. So in the summer, we have plenty of kids at Xavier who attend other schools, but they come to us for that credit restoration. If they didn't do so well in a course, they take
Okay.
it over with us, get the credit, and then the credit transfers back to their school.
That's awesome that y'all do
Yeah,
that
it's
and give
just-
them an extra opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. There are most districts just do like the first 3 weeks of June for summer school, and it's usually only if you've failed the course.
Yeah.
So, we currently in the Woodlands have a couple of students who just want to get a course out of the way. They really want to take calculus. But they need to get that pre-cal credit out of the way. So it's just a nice option, and I think that that's one of the things that's really nice. They can just pop in. Some do decide to stay, and some do decide to return, and that happens just because
Like
we're
they'll
so
come in
awesome.
at 11 and they're like, yeah, you're staying. I just want to go there now.
The idea is to come for one class, but then they stay. No,
then
but
they love it and they stay forever.
but it's a nice option for parents, and there aren't too many programs really that I think offer that, or too many schools.
Where
Most
it's not,
schools-
where it's like more than just 3 weeks.
Yeah, most schools shut down, if not all of June, to August. So we are open, we're busy, and we also take the summer to obviously get ready for the next year. So it's definitely an option. And some parents just like their students to do something during the summer. The
Right.
summer slide is very real when they don't do anything in the summer at all, and
Then
they
they
just
go back to school and they're like,
they forget everything. It really has happened. So some parents just like for them to, stay
even
on
if it's
something.
like one class,
Yeah, or
every
get a
few
head
days.
start, or just revisit. So it's really an option for the parents, and they can take their vacation as needed as well. There's still flexibility, and our summer is Monday through Thursday, so we are off Fridays, and it's 9 to 3, so our hours shortened just a tad. But it just provides options. Xavier's about options, and
Yeah.
usually if you need something, we will figure it out,
That's
and we
awesome.
will make it happen.
And
So-
they work at their own pace in the summer, and so some students, if they come all day every day, they might be able to finish a semester of a course in a couple of weeks.
Oh, wow.
So, and again, the ratio is so small in the summer. They're getting so much attention from the teachers. They're really learning the material. So,
Well, real quick, we're going to take a commercial break, and then we'll be right back with a little bit more topics for all you guys. So stay tuned, and we'll see you after these messages.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your fusion radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Xavier Academy is a full-service, accredited private school offering personalized curriculum and extraordinarily low student-to-teacher ratio. We emphasize academic success, personal growth, and social skills in a rich and stimulating environment. Xavier Academy The Woodlands offers summer school tutoring and credit recovery through the end of July. The Woodlands campus will be hosting an information session on April 24, 2019 at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Our website, www.xavieracademy.org or 713-389-5545.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
There's a special place in the Woodlands where you can feel comfortable opening your business. We are located at 10210 Grogan's Mill Road. Our building has a unique Vedic architectural design with landscape grounds and lakeside views, on-site management, and maintenance. We also provide free Wi-Fi and the opportunity to promote your business on 91.1 FM The Boss. This wonderful location is near the Woodlands Mall, Market Street, and just minutes from Bush Intercontinental Airport. 10210 Grogan's Mill Road, the only social media building in the Woodlands. Don't delay. Schedule a tour today by calling 713-777-7368.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
For any maintenance needs on your commercial or personal vehicle, EVG Lonstar Service specializes on European, Asian, and domestic vehicles. We can assist you with wheel alignments, tire balance, AC services, computer and electric diagnostic, and more. We're located at corner of 1230 Aldine Mail Route and Reeston Road in Houston 77039. Our phone number is 936-344-1672, or you can find us on our webpage www.evglss.com. EVG Lonstar. If it's got wheels, we can fix it.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
For fresh flowers fast, call Barb's Iris Floral at 281-820-2294 with excellent customer service since 1983 for weddings, funeral services, sweet 15s, corporate events, and all occasions. For that special someone you love, barbsirisfloral.com and barbsirisfloralboutique.com. Come on in and pick out of our prestigious gallery at 727 Westmont Houston Road, Houston, Texas 77038. Text 832-466-8414. Barb's Iris Floral delivers fresh flowers fast.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Do you feel that your energy costs are unnaturally high? Do you want to fortify your building and keep it strong and secure for years to come? Then NRG Spray Foam Insulation is the answer you're looking for. Our unique foam insulation is made to help our customers save in energy, prevent gas, air, and moisture infiltration, as well as helping with general stability in your building structure. Call us at 713-936-3021 or visit us online at nrgfoam.com for more information. NRG Spray Foam. Building green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Daily Buzz Radio Show here on KNY 91.1 FM, The Boss. If you're just listening to us to the radio, you can also watch us live on Facebook and YouTube. Or if you're just now tuning in, go to our Facebook, rewind, and start playing so you can watch and catch up with us. So we actually have Xavier Academy in today. So we were just talking about all the different things for the students, college, graduation, all different types of topics. I think now it's time to go on to what are the requirements for students to get into the school?
So what we ask for when a family comes in for their initial meeting and tour, we love for them to bring just like copies of report cards, standardized test scores, usually from like the last 3 years, so we kind of see a trail and get a better understanding of what's going on with the student. We also really love to have a copy of their educational evaluation, which really tells us a lot. Not everyone has that, but if they do, it really helps us paint a picture
Of what they
again, yes, of all of their needs, whether it be educationally, psychologically, etc. And what we're really looking for, the students at Xavier are typically hovering around average and then up from there. So some extremely, bright and intelligent students. If a student is extremely below average academically, we're just looking at capability. Are they capable of doing the work? And we really do our best to help everyone. We really try hard. So what we really do, and believe me, the paperwork is just a small aspect to it.
Yeah.
The really best way to tell is to have them come in for a day or two, visit with our teachers, do some of the work. That's
See if they can
really,
do it. Get
yeah.
them in it and make sure that it's something that they really want.
Exactly, and really see what their needs are. And we just, again, we'll just bend over backwards trying to figure out how to help them. And then after they visit, we'll get all the feedback from the teachers, and then we'll talk about, making a decision to accept
What they
them.
need and everything too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So whenever they're already accepted in, what is their like path of curriculum? Like, how does an average day go for a student?
You want to answer that?
Yeah, well, at Xavier, we do things a little different. So once they've been accepted, one of the things that we sit down to do with the family and with the student is their graduation plan. So obviously just making sure that we are, that they have all the credits that they need depending on what plan they want to graduate on.
Hitting all their goals.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the very first thing. Once we figured out a schedule, once we figured out what courses they want, we do have a schedule. So some of our courses at Xavier are a little more kind of more independently run, or they work on a portal. So we have courses that are more traditional, like our math and sciences, they're taught in a more traditional setting, which is the teacher on the board, they work out problems, things like that. So those courses are scheduled at a certain time. And then usually our math and our history, there's a little more flexibility in how they do things, and it's more portal based, which means that they have everything that they do on their, we use Canvas on their computer. So they're able to pop into those classes at different times of the day. So really they have some flexibility on when they can take their classes. And then they have certain scheduled ones. We think this is a really good mix just because, when they're getting ready to go to college, you pick your schedule. You have to make sure to get your assignments
So you're
in
literally
into-
preparing them.
Yeah, and
for
to
how it's
check
going to
in
be.
for your courses. So obviously we have students, the ones who struggle with time management, some of our kids that kind of struggle with those executive functioning skills. Obviously we help them and, we guide them through it. And as they mature and as they get older, really, they are very responsible with their courses. So there's not really anyone barking at them to get to class. We don't use bells. We don't do a bell schedule. So everyone kind of knows where they need to be and at what time.
You know to check your time.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a different feel, especially, our Woodlands campus is so small and is so different. But if you go to our Westview campus, it really is like a college feel. Like you see kids walking to their classes, and because we have different buildings, they do have to walk around. But it's just really the responsibility is put on them so that they start to learn and acquire those skills. Because when you get to college, no one's ringing a bell for you.
No one's there helping you.
No one's
You're late,
there.
you're late. And
Yeah,
that's it. You have to
exactly.
make up your own things. And he was even telling me, Richard was telling me about how the students, like, say if they feel like they just want to go off to art class or music class for a little bit
Yeah.
to relax, they can.
So, as adults, we all take mental breaks. Like, no one runs at 100% every day.
For straight 8 hours.
Yeah, I know I don't. I check my phone. I might go grab a coffee or, even if it's just walking to a different room for a bit and then walking back. And that's a very normal thing to do. So we do have students that, if they feel like they need a break or they're stuck, they're more than welcome to go visit art for, a couple minutes, 10 minutes, and then, I can kind of refresh and come back and look at what I'm doing.
Yeah.
We also have students that do suffer from anxiety. So one of the, especially for those particular students, we always welcome them instead of having a full-on anxiety attack and, missing school for the next few days. If you feel that you're getting anxious, feel free to, hey, take a walk, or let's,
just get up in class and just go
let me go, if art is something that calms me, let me go to my art class and, maybe sketch for a few minutes, and that'll calm me down and I'll be ready to come back. So we do give them those options and those outlets, obviously. So it's just something natural that we do, and a lot of kids, they enjoy having that option, having that flexibility, and then knowing that I can just come back to work. So
Yeah, that's really awesome that y'all do all that. What are some of the activities that y'all have there?
We have, there's a variety of clubs, so we like to think that there's something for everyone, and very often the students are the ones that come up with the idea to have the club, and we give them all the support that they want. We'll get a sponsor if they need a sponsor. So students have started, there's an adventures club where they camp out on the beach. It's
cool.
very adventurous, so that's what's in the title, obviously. And then we have the music club, a drama club, an art club, a dance club. We also have a National Honor Society. That is just really the one and only club that you do have to go through a process to enter due to the national standards that you have to meet. There's an Interact Club, which is a community service club. It's under the auspices of the Rotary West U. So the Rotary will call on our students at Xavier to do projects throughout the community.
That's cool.
Some of the girls just started an environmental club, like just literally weeks ago. So
That's awesome. They can just create whatever they want.
Yeah, there's a Dungeons and Dragons club.
Yeah, I remember being told about that. What about like debate and different things like that?
We did start debate. I don't know if it's still continuing, but I know that's something that a lot of kids are hoping to do. Yeah, we have the chess club also. Yeah, I think we're planning on bringing debate back hopefully this year. So lots of activities in that regard. And then I don't know if you've heard about the coach at Xavier. He's a former Astros and Yankees player, Charles Gibson.
I didn't know.
So this is another activity that we offer throughout the days at Xavier, where the coach takes them to nearby parks and they do all the different sports. So even though we don't really have competitive sports and compete against other schools, they are able to do all of the sports, all the activities, and he's just outstanding in every way. The kids just adore him. He makes it really fun, and they're out there, getting all their energy out. He'll even every now and then do something different, go to Sky Zone, bowling, skating, all kinds of
That's so cool. Yeah, I remember
activities.
that y'all take trips sometimes to like Galveston and all these different places.
Yes.
Fishing trips, beach hikes.
Yeah. Camp Eagle.
Yeah, we do
Y'all do so many activities.
our
It's
yearly
insane.
retreat for Camp Eagle. And then that's not to mention, international trips. I mean, we offer some really awesome international opportunity trips. Our middle school went to Mexico City this year. We do our yearly Galapagos trip. So they go to Ecuador and Galapagos. Our AP biology class went tagging sharks in Florida this year. Last
Tagging
year,
sharks? Oh, wow.
Last
Baby
year
sharks.
they did lizards in Belize. So I mean, just amazing hands-on experience. Because you always get the question, or I've always gotten the question from students, like, when am I ever going to use this in real life, right?
And everything I'll do is something they can use in real life.
And so it's just, that's a common question. And right, if I'm in AP biology class, what am I going to do with this? And then you go to the conservatories and you see how they're collecting data, how they're looking at the environment, how they're trying to figure out how to repopulate certain species. I mean, that's how you use it. Like, that's exactly how we use it. So just giving those options to our students is,
and
it's
showing them, like,
amazing.
hey, if you're wanting to be an aquatic scientist,
Right.
there's
Yeah,
this,
absolutely.
like, different things.
And
That's really
field
awesome.
trips, lots of field trips, even into their high school years,
Yeah.
whether it be a museum or an art gallery, the zoo.
It's hands-on is, like, better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
it's a better way to learn.
It's everyone learns different, so we give it all for those that need hands-on visual, for those who are more auditory, for those who are more just the different learning styles. So.
Right.
Plus, it's just fun. I mean, we enjoy going on those
Yeah.
trips. So
You're like, yeah, we're good with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where all do your students come from?
So that's another great question. So really all over public schools, private schools, one of the first questions I'll ask a family when they come our way, how did you hear about us? And I, of course, want to know which school they came from. Very often, what I've seen over the last few years, we do have a lot of students come from very strong academic schools, so such as St. John's, Kincaid, Strake, St. Agnes, Duchesne, and Audie. These are all in Houston, of course. And these are kids that, for whatever reason, they can't handle the stress. They might develop some anxiety, doing 4 hours of homework a night. Then they can't participate in activities that they want to do. So very often it's schools that will actually refer the families to Xavier, the principals, the counselors, also in the community, therapists, psychologists, educational consultants. They all will refer to Xavier. And then public, at least at Westview, the kids are coming from Bel Air, Memorial, Lamar, all of these schools.
You have a lot of variety everywhere.
Yeah, a lot of variety, yeah. And we get referrals. It's all by word of mouth, really. And so that's why I always want to get in a conversation. How did you hear about us? And those are usually the way they find out, is all of these that I had mentioned.
There's so many different opportunities.
Yeah.
What are some ways that people can reach y'all if they want to get a hold of y'all, or if they want their child to be in the school, or just want to be sponsors?
So the best way to kind of just get general information about us is our website, so www.xavieracademy.org. It has, our typical history, our outline. You can see photos, our galleries. You can see our staff, our teachers. And then there's a contact page where you will see all of the 3 locations that we have in Houston. So we have our Memorial campus, our Westview campus, which is our largest campus, and then our Woodlands. All the contact information is on there. For the Woodlands, our phone number is 713. No.
713-389-5545.
I'm so used to giving out my personal
You're
number.
like, I don't want to do that on air. No.
Don't do that.
So I just had to think about it for a minute. But yes, that's the first thing, is to just give us a phone call. Mm-hmm. We like to have a conversation. Really, it's just come in, see our school. We are very different. So even when parents call on the phone, I'm like, I can tell you about us, but just come see us.
Yes, it's
Nothing
totally
like
different.
It's very
It's
different.
You have to see
I've only been
it.
to the Woodlands one, but that alone blew me away. Just how
It's
everybody
just
was
to
acting
come to
together.
Westview.
I know that's gonna be a trip for me.
That's a whole nother. That's another experience.
But I will. I'll probably go to the Halloween one.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome too.
But the best thing to do is just give us a phone call.
Yeah.
Come in. Let's have a conversation, because we really do want to figure out if we're a good fit for you.
Mm-hmm.
If your child is fully happy where they are, there's no need to move them. But we want to just take the time to figure out how we can help, what we can do, and if we're going to be a place where your child
good
can
fit.
shine. Yeah, absolutely.
Where are all the locations that y'all do have?
So Nadia, of course, is with the Woodlands. Memorial, we opened Memorial and Woodlands this year. Memorial is actually the Spring Branch area, from what I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Westview, of course, we're near the Medical Center in Rice University area. And then we opened about 2 years ago in Mexico City, and I understand that campus is thriving. The last
I think we're having a
heard-
student come from there on the
good.
18th.
Excellent. I think that they're close to 50 students, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I last heard. So they've really grown so much. So, and you never know. There could be more coming up.
Yeah, I heard there's a lot of different, is it Montreal or Monterey? Isn't that one of the schools?
There might be. There isn't yet.
Okay.
But there could
or
be.
Or he's wanting to create one there.
There could be, and we just don't know yet.
Yeah. No, there's always when Richard meets with so many people.
Wanting
he's
to
so
pop up everywhere.
He's so charismatic, but there's just a need. One
Yeah.
of the reasons why the Woodlands and Memorial came about was because there's a need. Is it? Oh. We've had families that have driven to Westview. From
for an
Magnolia,
hour, yeah.
from Kingwood. You're talking about an
Friendswood.
hour and a half. Seaside. So it's just there's such a need because we are so different, and nowadays I think everyone wants to invest into their education and find the best place. Especially with parents nowadays, with so much information, so much research, so much everything, you want to find the best place for your child.
I definitely agree on that. And y'all are doing something awesome. I love it. I always love having y'all out and how happy y'all are. So I really do appreciate y'all coming out today and being on our show.
Fun.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, no problem. And then you guys will have them again next week. We'll have someone different from Xavier Academy. But you can watch our show 12 to 1 Mondays through Fridays for the Daily Buzz Radio Show. If you're wanting to get on the show, whether you're a school, you're a charity, an event, a nonprofit, or you're an artist or just a business, shoot me an email at taylor@radiotheboss.com, or you can call us at 281-292-7911. And we'd love to hear from you. But until then, I will see you guys tomorrow from 12 to 1. Bye.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening